So if you're looking to get into ham radio and you're looking for a smaller one that can always be with you, today we're going to take a look at this guy here. This is the TIDRadio TD-H3. It is awesome and under 50 bucks and will transmit on a bunch of frequencies. Let's get into it. All right, folks, welcome back. So I wanted to get into this radio today and show it to you. I have it zoomed in very close because it's a very small radio. I'm going to zoom it out and compare it to some other radios, but I wanted to give you a little information on it first. Now, this is an incredibly compact and convenient radio. It fits right in the palm of your hand. Very easy to hold. Very small and a really, really compact radio that has a lot of good features in it. I was actually kind of surprised at the performance of it because I'm not used to a small radio like this, having 5 watts and being able to do a whole lot of stuff. So it does come with 2 antennas. Right now I have the larger antenna on it, and I'll be very honest with you, I can't find the smaller antenna. It's a 6.1-inch antenna. I don't know where I put it. I think it's over on my table that way, but I have to dig through and look for it because I have a bunch of other antennas there. But I plan on using it with the larger antenna anyway, the AM, the 771 long antenna. It comes with a desktop charger. It is USB chargeable and programmable. There are 2 ways to charge this. So I'm going to back up the camera a little bit and give you a look at what this radio is all about. All right, so you have 2 USB ports on this radio. You have one here, okay? And that's the one you're going to be using for charging and things like that. I'm charging and also programming. And the battery itself has a USB on it, okay? So you can charge there too as well. Nice, sturdy, robust pocket clip. Not bad. Definitely small in size. I'll give you a look at the screen because it turns itself off. It is easily readable even from a distance, so it won't be difficult to read. It will time out after a while. The cool part about this radio is it not only has a decent sized battery in it, but it charges very quickly. Now, I've had this radio for a little while because it wasn't available. It was out of stock. So it's given me time to be able to actually test this thing out a whole lot. And I was able to get it completely full in 3 hours from being totally empty. It will run for about 120 hours on standby and 24 hours of intermittent use. If you're going to be transmitting and back and forth kind of at an event or something like that, if you work parades or whatever for ham radio, that will work like that. So it's pretty darn cool. Now, as we said, it can be programmed with the Type-C cable or your phone wirelessly. It does have Bluetooth in it, or your regular connector there. You can use the programmer, the wireless programmer as well. You will be using the OD Master app to do it. I'm going to demo that for you in a second, but it was really simple. And the cool part now with the OD Master is if you punch in your zip code, it will automatically give you all the repeaters in your area, so you're able to download those repeaters right to your thing. So what I did was I discovered a couple repeaters I didn't even know were in town, and I added them to this. This is going to be more a radio that I use when I go to Vegas, because Vegas has a bunch of repeaters that aren't programmed into a lot of my HTs here. Now, to give you a size comparison here, this is my Yaesu VX7R, okay? That's the smallest radio I owned before that one. And even that is a whole lot bigger. This one's a little wider. I will say one thing about the H3 is it feels really beefy in your hands. It feels like a well-made radio. Like, when you hold a Yaesu and it feels good in your hands, this feels really, really decent. It feels well-made. The speaker is small but loud and clear, and we will do a demo on it soon here. This is the TIDRadio H8, okay? Again, that'll give you a little size comparison. It is much smaller than that radio. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. It's much smaller, and it's definitely a nice little rig. It does have airband, so you can enter the aviation frequency. You can turn it on. You'll be able to do that. Go in the menu and turn it on, and you'll be able to listen to 118 through 135.975 megahertz. That's the general area you'll be listening to. I wanted to give you a quick info on using this for both GMRS and ham, because it will work on GMRS. I have a GMRS repeater programmed in here, and of course a bunch of ham repeaters programmed in here. The GMRS repeater is just one we use locally here in town. It's fairly close to my location. I mean, I'm line of sight to it right out my door, so it's pretty easy to get to. So for receive, you're going to get your AM band, which is going to be 108 through 136. Your FM, so you'll be able to receive FM broadcast, goes through 50 to 76 megahertz, okay, and 76 to 108 megahertz for your broadcast band. UHF is 400 megahertz through 470, and that is receive and transmit. 470 through 600, that's receive and transmit. Now again, these are out of a lot of the standard ham bands. Don't get yourself in trouble and start transmitting on a frequency you're not supposed to be using. In an emergency, hey, anything goes. But when it comes to everyday use, you want to stay away from public service bands. Now, on VHF, it'll do 136 through 174, and that is receive and transmit. 174 through 350, that's receive and transmit, and 350 through 400, receive and transmit. So you have a really wide spectrum on this radio, what you can use. You can also listen to FM radio on it, which is very handy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab my cell phone, because I forgot to bring it out here, and I'm going to show you how it works for the OD Master for programming with Bluetooth, because I feel that's the most convenient way to do it. So let me go grab my phone. I'll bring you guys right back. So to enable Bluetooth, you'll notice there's a little bell there. There's a little musical note, but no Bluetooth icon. We're going to push and hold this blue button that says BT, of course. Just push and hold it, and it will beep, and there's your little Bluetooth icon. Okay, on your phone, you're going to open OD Master here. All right, there we go. And we're going to select the model. Now, this is going to be a TIDRadio. Okay, where are we? I think we're down further. All right, there we go, TIDRadio. And we're looking for TDH3 ham. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to connect to the device, and there's the device it's found. It's hard to see on a white screen. Okay, we're going to connect to that, and it should connect. Connection successful. Now you can go to programs and settings here, and you can set up a whole bunch of stuff in your frequencies. I already have a list in here. You can check out your repeater lists. These are all the repeaters that are local to me. Okay. The only thing they have wrong here is they say this repeater is at the hospital down the street from me, and it isn't. It's now up at our EOC. But other than that, you can see all of the local repeaters, and there's quite a bit. And then it starts moving out of the area to different areas. So very, very cool. Very easy to do that. You can import these wherever you want to whatever frequency you want. But what I'm going to show you here is reading the memory. Okay. Now we're connecting there, and you can see Bluetooth on. And it's going 10, 20%. You can see all that. Hope you can see it. It's a little bit faster on the phone than on here. Like this says 60, it's already 74. Okay, there you go. And the whole thing has been read, and these are my frequencies that are stored. Now I can go in through here and channel 1. See, these are all the channels that I have programmed. Now these I have not emptied. These are empty. And some of these were programmed in previously by TIDRadio for, testing. So that's how easy it is to program using the OD Master app. Now the OD Master app has been updated, so you do not have to log in if you don't want to. You can just program your radio. However, if you do log in, you will be able to use that feature where you can go and look up your local repeaters, because it'll ask for your zip code, and it will pull in all of these. So you'll pick a repeater here, let's say, okay, see what it is, whether you like it or not, if it's off the air or on the air, and you'll be able to import it to whatever channel you want. Okay, so very, very easy to program, very easy to use. Really like that part. Again, I've gotten kind of spoiled, and I'll be honest with you, when the Baofeng first came out, the UV5R, I was like, how the heck do you program this thing? And then somebody had mentioned you can do it wirelessly, and it was a whole lot easier. This will work with Chirp as well. I have not done this with Chirp. I just tested it to make sure it will work. I haven't programmed anything with Chirp, but it will work with Chirp as well. Now you do have an option to use your FM radio. You can just click that here, push and hold the bottom button, and then you will.
When the Cubs, Bulls, and Bears have losing seasons in the league of political corruption worst.
And you can see that it does have decent sound as well. So definitely a cool little rig. I really like it. I'm very pleased with how well it's worked. And it's got features that you wouldn't even think of. It does do wireless copy, so if you have 2 of these and you want to clone your frequencies, you can go into the mode there. Menu is simply just pushing in here. You get in through channel and menu through there. Menu is up here. And you start at 0 with your bandwidth and your squelch levels, transmit power, power save, step, all that stuff on here. I'm actually going to show you. Let me do the backlight a little longer. So I go there. Okay, I want to go 10, 15, 30 seconds, continuous, let's say, okay? It'll say confirm, and then you'll exit out. That simple. So it's a very easy radio to operate. So what I'd like to do now is get you, I'm going to get myself a good 1.5 miles away. We're going to find a simplex frequency. We're going to transmit on this. I am working on a simplex repeater. So basically, it would be so much easier because I'd just take the radio with me. We'd go out somewhere. I'd transmit on the simplex frequency, and you get to see what I'd sound like and what the radio sounds like at the same time. I will be reviewing that simplex repeater. I did one a while back. I just didn't like it. This new one, I really like. So we're going to be reviewing it. But for now, I still have to leave a radio here to let you hear what this sounds like. So we're just going to take this older Baofeng here, and we're going to set it up on a simplex frequency, leave it here. I'm going to take the car about 1.5 miles away down the road, and we're going to transmit on a simplex frequency, and I'll let you hear what it sounds like when we come back. Now, before I leave, I did want to show you, this is another really neat feature on this. You do have that dual transmit. Down here, you'll notice I have a GMRS frequency and I have a ham simplex frequency. If I want to go back up to the top, okay, I can go to A and transmit on that frequency using the top button. And as you can see, I can hit that repeater just fine, and that is GMRS. But if I want to go to the B frequency, okay, I can use this button and transmit on that. And you'll notice you hear it making a noise here. All right, so I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to make sure we're all connected correctly. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to take this little Baofeng out. Like I said, I'm going to go about 1.5 miles down the road. It's kind of where the gentleman who owns the radio station that we do our Monday night shows on is located. And I am going to transmit from there. We're going to see what it sounds like. So the video is going to get edited, of course. I'm going to back my car out and head on out, and I'll be back in a few minutes. So let me just cut the video here and show you what it sounds like.
I'm about 1.5 miles away from the radio that we were listening to, and I'm going to see how well this works. W6UTC, and so far, seems like it's working pretty good. W6UTC, and I will be clear.
So as you can tell, very, very clear. The radio itself sounded great. And, again, I'm going to work on that. I'm actually waiting for it to arrive, a simplex repeater. This way I can take this radio out with me wherever I go, and we don't have to wait for me to get all connected. And I can let you hear what it sounds like when I transmit, because it will echo it back to me, and we can see what the range is like as well. So 1.5 miles easily, this is fairly flat territory out here. There are some surprising dips out here where you think it's flat, but you're really down in a bowl. But all in all, it's a pretty flat area. Definitely sounded great. I always play it back before I show you guys to make sure it was worked and it was okay, so we don't have issues. And it sounded incredible. So really good little system, incredibly long run time. And what you're going to be getting with this is you're going to be getting 2 batteries. You're going to be getting your charger. Okay. Now it does have a charger stand. Okay. Like this. But the cool part is you don't really need it. You can just take that with you and charge it up, and you can program this via your computer. Very, very handy. It does do the USB programming. So you'll get a cable, you'll get this little adapter, charger, another battery, and your usual lanyard, and as well as a pretty decent instruction booklet. Gives you all good instructions. There's no real bad English or hard to read stuff in here. It's very, very simple. You can use CTCS scanning on this as well as DCS scanning, so that's very handy as well. All in all, I'm really impressed with the radio. Got to say, for a small radio, I think this is going to be my new always carry with me type rig that I put on one of my go bags, because something like that is just too cool. So easy to operate, and really, really neat. Nice long battery life, plus an extra battery. So definitely neat little thing. I think TIDRadio really did a good job on this. Again, I have not tested the harmonics or the spurious emissions or any of that. I'm going strictly by a end user look at this, and I feel all in all, they did a pretty good job of it. They are back in stock right now. They're running about $39.99. If you go to TIDRadio's site, I do have a link down there. You can save 15% using my code IRIDIUM if you want to pick one up. They are also available on Amazon, but I don't believe my code works there. All right, but 8-band receive, a bunch of frequencies you can transmit on legally, not the illegal ones, and it will do GMRS as well. So if you're duly licensed like myself, you have that option too. Definitely a cool little system, and I'm definitely going to be enjoying using it for that purpose, because I always hated that I had to carry 2 HTs with me if I wanted to transmit on ham and GMRS, at different times. So definitely liking it. Anyway, that is the TDH3 from TIDRadio. It is a brand new ham radio for this year. Awesome, under $50. Can't go wrong with it. So definitely check them out. It will be in my affiliate store as well. Down below, if you want to check out the affiliate store, it's generally items I buy on Amazon and review, or it's items that I use in the channel. Things like sporks and stoves and all that stuff. Also, too, if you want to just shop with that link, you're more than welcome to do it. It really helps out the channel, helps us bring you more cool gear in the future. Below that is our freeze-dried wholesalers link. Don't forget, he's got that sale going on for only 3 days. Today's day number 2. You got to check out the, you get the two bags of eggs, one of the sausages, and biscuits. You use the code FREEBISCUITS, and you get biscuits for free. So definitely check him out there. Below that, our My Patriot Supply link. Now, folks, preparewithiridium.com has so many deals going on right now. I mean, there's just everything going on there. There's the stove that I reviewed previously, the oven that I reviewed yesterday, so much other stuff, as well as the food deals. The 4-week kit right now, $60 off. You can't go wrong with that. Good way to either supplement or jumpstart your home preparedness. Okay, and that's at preparewithiridium.com. And of course, lastly but not least, my Thrive Life freeze-dried food store. Definitely check it out. Remember, you don't need to be a member or buy any memberships if you want to try Thrive Food out. You used to not be able to buy it unless you were a member. Now you can go there and purchase it, try it out, see if you like it. It's really good, clean, healthy food. If you're on a careful diet, all right, and you don't want to eat too much junk, not a lot of processed stuff, Thrive and freeze-dried wholesalers, really good for that. Both of them are awesome for that. So check it out. You can join and get discounts if you become a delivery customer. You get a certain amount delivered every month. You choose. You can skip whenever you want. You can have it delivered whenever you want. And you can also become a consultant and resell the products to your friends, your family, maybe your prepper group, whatever, and make a little bit of money on the side. Nothing wrong with that. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching. Loving this new little radio. I'm going to get to programming a few more frequencies in it today. Stay safe and stay prepared.